Hello and welcome to Dateline Northeast, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's Northeast region. I'm your host Karim, and here are the top stories of today's program. Drone-based mapping exercised in Manipur. Northeast community in Delhi celebrates International Women's Day. And Northeast drenches in colours of Holi. As part of the joint initiative by the Karnataka government and the centre to digitally map the country, recently the Survey of India, the country's oldest scientific agency, was assigned to carry out a drone survey in Manipur. We have reports.
After Karnataka, Maharashtra and Haryana, Manipur has been provisioned with drones for mapping. This ambitious initiative to carry out a drone survey across India to create high-resolution digital maps was tasked with the Survey of India, the country's oldest scientific agency, since last year.
Whether you are talking of disaster management planning or even mitigating a disaster once it is done. So in terms of trying to find out exactly how much is the damage, and those kinds of very crisp, clear and accurate information can reach the top bureaucrats and decision makers in the government, and they can very effectively help the society.
This drone has a 42 megapixel camera with post-processing kinematic technology, and it can cover about 8 to 10 square kilometers in one flight. Other than unprecedented detail, a consequence of the mapping will be creating high-resolution maps of the land in villages, facilitating the digitization of land titles in villages.
There is a lot of advantage of using this drone. Sometimes we cannot get satellite imageries for the rainy season due to clouds. So this type of hindrances can be resolved using drone.
For long, a land survey in India was done manually, with surveyors measuring land parcels and generating records. In Manipur, only the satellite data is being used with remote sensing with the ground platform.
You can always change the sensor for surveillance application, so it can also be used for your security and homeland kind of security applications. It can also have night vision cameras.
According to reports, SOI aims to map 75% of India's geography, that is about 2.4 million square kilometer of the 3.2 million square kilometer within the next 2 years. The evolution of drones will open new possibilities in the land survey.
Women's Day celebrates the achievements of women of all geographic and different backgrounds. Celebration of International Women's Day has been going on for well over a century and is growing on a continuous basis. Let's have a look how the Northeast region celebrated the International Women's Day. Celebrating the essence of womanhood, women around the world celebrated the International Women's Day on March 8th. The day marks the achievements of women from all walks of life around the world.
It's International Women's Day. We are here at Community Hall, New Delhi, where the Thankul community have gathered here to celebrate International Women's Day. So let's speak to some of the women who have gathered here and find out how they feel to be a woman.
Women empowerment, educating ourselves, educating the girl child, that is one most important thing, and giving them the encouragement and the right guidance, showing them education and then giving them the freedom to really promote their talent.
The Thankul community in Delhi celebrated International Women's Day under the theme Celebrating the Creativity, Forging New Paths Together. Organized by Thankul Shinnavangarum Saglong Delhi TSND, the event witnessed the creativity of women entrepreneurs from across the national capital through a vibrant craft fair wherein their artworks and products were put on display.
What we want from this seminar, or we can say the celebration of this Women's Day, is that we want our younger generation to learn and to understand what exactly is this entrepreneur about. We are studying, of course, and many of our younger generation are looking into many prospects. Of course, we have many we can say there are many career opportunities, but then other than these career opportunities, the very lucrative for our society or for our place is the entrepreneurs. If we have a good entrepreneur, we can make the nation.
The event was also organized to embolden young entrepreneurs based in the national capital and encourage entrepreneurs to focus on indigenous products.
Not many people know Tangkul in Delhi also. Means our culture, even though our tribe is well known, we don't wear our tribal wears that much. Like most of them are influenced by the Western and Korean culture. So like I wanted to emphasize on our tribes and culture through this thing.
To motivate the young budding entrepreneurs of the region, established successful business women based in Delhi shared their business journey.
We are all entrepreneurs.
The day was also observed in Manipur, Tripura and Assam.
Don't stop yourself. You just go through with full power, with full confidence and face all the problems and get the highest level of success.
हम लड़कियां अगर चाहे कि हमें करना है तो हम ज़रूर उस तक करके ध्यान देते हैं. हम हर एक लड़की को मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ, हम कहीं पीछे नहीं है, हम हर एक साइड से आगे, बट अपने टारगेट को पक्का करो तो हम बढ़ चुके और आगे और जाएंगे.
International Women's Day is all about celebrating the social, economic, cultural and political achievements of women. Moving on to education, recently the Sri Aurobindo Society felicitated around 1,000 teachers for their contribution to the outreach program Zero Investment Innovations for Education Initiatives. Among the awardees were a significant number of teachers from the northeastern states. We have a report. Recently, an award ceremony was organized by the Sri Aurobindo Society at Dogra Hall, Indian Institute of Technology IIT in the national capital, where teachers from across the country who had made significant contribution through the innovative ideas were felicitated. Around 1,000 award-winning teachers from around the globe, including 134 from the Northeast region, were there for the event.
It is a teacher sitting in a classroom, creating and innovating, and then it's a bottoms-up approach. It goes to the highest level.
Zero Investment Innovations for Education Initiatives ZIIEI is a digital campaign in which teachers submit their creative ideas which are not costly to implement. These include innovative new teaching strategies.
My innovative idea, I submitted an idea that dealt with increasing the curiosity and the learning capacity of students because I found out that my students, they were very reluctant when it came to paying full attention in the class. So in order to draw their curiosity, I started finding out what was their passion, their interest.
More than 1 lakh teachers, including teachers from Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Mauritius and Maldives, were also felicitated on the occasion. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar motivated the teachers.
The innovative idea which I submitted was germs are not for sharing. We can actually share love, toys, gifts, our food, whatever we want to. But germs are actually not for sharing, especially in the times of coronavirus. So I take glitters in my hands. I tell them that you can pretend as if those glitters are germs. And when I shake hands with the kids, they actually get transferred from one hand to another.
Before the event in Delhi, 22 teachers from Tripura were felicitated by the State Education Minister Ratan Lal Nath at a program at the Shiksha Bhavan in Agartala.
मेरा स्कूल जो है वो इट इज़ इन द रूरल एरिया सो वहाँ पर भी विदाउट इन्वेस्टमेंट मुझे 1 रुपये भी खर्च करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. विदाउट इन्वेस्टमेंट, ज़ीरो इन्वेस्टमेंट में मैं इतने सारे इनोवेटिव आइडियाज़ आई कैन अप्लाई और इम्प्लीमेंट इन माई क्लासरूम. सो इससे बड़ी और खुशी की क्या बात हो सकती है.
This zero investment method ensures that ideas come alive in the remotest corners with path-breaking solutions to transform education. Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
The Indian Army initiated a civic action operation at an altitude of approximately 14,000 feet in sub-zero temperatures and rescued stranded civilians and 175 civil vehicles in Sela Pass in Tawang district of Arunachal Pradesh. The 390 rescued civilians were provided with immediate medical support and hot snacks. The 16-hour-long operation not just saved precious lives but also strengthened the bonding between Indian Army and civilians. The Narcotics Control Bureau recently organized a day-long workshop and training program on investigation abroad and extradition at the Assam Police Radio Organization Conference Hall in Guwahati in association with the Criminal Investigation Department of Assam Police. Talking to the media, Director General of Assam Police, Bhaskar Jyoti Mahanta, talked about the importance of the workshop, mentioning that it was important to know the procedure of extradition and other similar processes. He further added that narco-terrorism is a relevant issue that is massively plaguing the region. Taking a step towards digitization and to bring more transparency in the system of allotment of the government quarters, the Public Works Department of the Government of Tripura came up with a portal called E-Sadhan. The portal was officially launched by the Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb during a program in the Conference Hall Secretariat Building, Agartala. The web portal is a solution for online application of government quarters under the general pool at Agartala. Also, it enables the employees to apply and monitor their status, allotment list, real-time data regarding occupant, defaulter list, pay rent against the allotted quarters digitally. 6 times world champion Mary Kom bagged bronze medal as she lost her semi-final match in the ongoing Asian Boxing Olympic qualifiers. She was defeated by China's Chang Yuan, former Youth Olympic champion, in a split 1-4 verdict. On the brighter side, Simarjit Kaur and Vikas Krishnan stormed into the finals of the Asian Boxing Olympic qualifiers, securing a silver medal for the country. Under the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana, Chief Minister Biplab Kumar Deb launched a drive for the construction of 127-kilometer brick soiling village roads in just 72 hours in a single district of the state. This mission targets to build a total of 440 brick soiling roads, mainly in a remote area of West Tripura district.
The Pumai Naga community of Manipur recently organized the first ever Naga Wrestling Cultural Fest in New Delhi. The event was organized by the Pumai Naga ZIIEI Delhi at Nagaland House in the national capital. Have a look. The Pumai Naga is a very old Naga tribe settled in the trans-border of Manipur and Nagaland. Pau is the name of the ancestor and Mai means people. To promote the traditional wrestling, the Pumai Naga ZIIEI, living in the national capital, recently organized the first ever Naga Wrestling Cultural Fest at Nagaland House in Delhi.
We are organizing our first Naga Wrestling Cultural Fest in order to revive and uplift our indigenous Naga wrestling of our people back at home. And through this event, we believe that we will not only promote our culture only through wrestling and only through traditional attires as this, but then the main theme is that to show that despite all our differences, we are all as one.
Indigenous Naga wrestling is practiced by all Naga tribes in general. Wrestling is one of the unique activities for Nagas, which symbolizes the spirit of brotherhood and is loved by both young and old, men and women alike.
Naga wrestling is not a challenging, but it is a spirit of brotherhood, and also the platform for the resolving the conflicts at different level, particularly it may be in the domestic or in the village or inter-village. If there is a conflict, then wrestling is the medium to negotiate and to address the conflict.
In the Naga-style wrestling, the opponent is described as beloved friend and the real winner is focused on the spirit of brotherhood and friendship. Naga Wrestling is by far the highest grossing sporting event in the state of Nagaland.
Wrestling is a forefather ritual or practice. It is the entertaining for the congregations. This is where we are to love each other, to bring peace and unity among the Nagas.
To celebrate and mark the cultural heritage of the community, the festival also had activities of cultural dance, folk songs, and a special performance by Awarthang Chiru.
Dance and the song which we sang today defines that the rich culture of Pumai tribes and the war that our menfolk has won during our ancient days.
The winners of the wrestling competitions were awarded a cash prize of Rs 25,000, Rs 15,000 and Rs 10,000. The wrestling festivals have been the ultimate form of the social celebrations before the arrival of Christianity in the region. The organizers believe that such festivals are the best example to pass on the cultural values to the younger generation. Holi is one of the most revered festivals which is celebrated with much happiness, zeal and enthusiasm. The vibrancy of colors on Holi brings prosperity and positivity in our lives. Let's have a look how people in the Northeast region celebrated Holi.
Different hues of colors fill the air in Northeast region as people, irrespective of their age and religion, celebrated Holi with pomp and gaiety. Thousands of Meitei communities in Manipur gathered at historic palace compound, Sri Sri Govindaji Temple in Manipur to celebrate Yaosheng Festival or Holi of Manipur.
आज वो बहुत धूमधाम से बना रही है वो श्री गोविंद जी के मंदिर में ये पेशकारी वो होली खेल रही है ये ख़त्म होने के बाद वो 5 दिन का सुबह में हम वो विजय गोविंद तक जाएगा इसी का विजय गोविंद में उसका होली बनाएगा इसी को लास्ट डे उसको 5 का डे हो गया है इसी से हम होली ख़त्म होगा.
Inherently different from Holi celebrations in Hinduism, the Yaosheng festival has its ethnic origin and significance which begins from the full moon day in the month of Lambda, which coincides with the Gregorian month of February to March. Burning of the traditional Yaosheng, which is a small thatch hut, marks the beginning of this 5-day festival, which is followed by Nakathang, an age-old tradition of house-to-house donation campaign by children. On this day, traditional songs and dances are performed at Sri Govindaji Temple by the devotees. Similar fun and celebrations were also witnessed at Dimapur in Nagaland.
It is our belief that while putting this color, it erases all your, what is called diseases and all. And I request in this, in this channel, I want to request each and everyone who are playing Holi, just play Holi nicely, don't mix alcohol with Holi, please.
Along with joy and merriment, the Festival of Colors also delivers the message of the triumph of good over evil.
With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at @AnyIndia_ANI. Like and subscribe Roving Report YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get the latest news from the Northeast. I'm your host, Karim, signing off. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and take care.